I'm give me some pizza, some wings for the fight, and this is a super fight. Everything y'all think is super fight. You know, this should be a lopsided, one way, like the group, which I believe one way is from Detroit. Yeah. For those who didn't know, Cutie Pie. And those who watch, what was that show with on FX? I only watched like I only watched a couple seasons of it. Snowfall. But yeah, I don't know who on there. I think Raymond, four-door Ford or two-door Ford is on there. I don't like him, so I hope he lose. Yep, hope he lose. He's a raccoon, so I hope he lose. So yeah, I'm who all on this undercard? Is Bam? I don't think Bam on the undercard. But yeah, I'm praying for Raymond Ford to lose in life. Him, Shakun, uh, Kekun Davis. I don't fuck with none of them. Nope, none of them niggas. Yep, hope Lomachenko back. Don't come back right. Always root against fake Triple G. David Benavidez on my shit list. Yeah. I don't dislike Jaron Ennis. Some people might think I dislike Jaron Ennis. I like Jaron Ennis, but I gotta keep it a bean. That boy is manufactured like Temu gifts coming across on American Tariff, my nigga. Yeah. So he gotta get his numbers up, my Derrick James voice. He gotta get his numbers up. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a fight that I may or may not watch. To be honest, I might catch the replay of the highlights. So I may or may not watch it. Shit, I'm just not getting back home right now. So, nigga still got to hit the gym. Yeah, a little Indian woman coming out here with some ass on her. She might be Hispanic though. That's Indian. Man, it's starting to get warm out here. Now I'm starting to see ass. My Kawhi boy. I was outside yesterday, man. I went back to the old hood. And man, it was hella folks outside, nigga. Hold on, Enrique. Hold on. Well, we about to dig into this as soon as we cross the street. They trying to get me to get another dog. I don't know, man. I had 3 at one point. It's just Miles. But now I have to hire me a dog walker and shit. And then I'm definitely have to get another crib or a condo at this point. So, yeah, fuck that. Jack Russell Terrier. I like a little Jack Russell. Real talk. I can see me doing a little Jack Russell. But yeah, about this fight, it's just, to me, I never held Stanionis high. When I see him getting outboxed by Thomas, the Uber driver, Delorme Uber Thomas, I think I can get you to your destination, Uber driver. He lost that fight. I don't care what nobody say. That dude is going to get cooked tonight. And if Boots don't cook him tonight, I'm going to cook Boots tonight. We having well done boots tonight. Timberland boots, Ugg boots, mugs, stilettos, pump boots in the club. We cooking Boots tonight. If Boots don't cook him, and he may not stop him because Stanionis is a tough guy. But you see them standing next to each other. Come on, man. Stanionis look a little short. So Stanionis is just going to have to use his jab tonight, close the gap off against Boots. The jab is imperative tonight. He must use the jab and close the gap in Boots. His what he said? What Pop say? What he tell Craig? Your job today, son, is job. His job today is to jab his way on the inside, attack the body. jab boost to the heart, jab boost to the solar plex. If you can jab him to the body, cut that distance off on him. If you notice some of the fights that Boots has struggled against on the professional level, somebody like Karen Cherkachan. That's true. Where he moved and that's really what a lot of those Eastern Europeans starting to use now. You see that going on with a lot of stop. You see a lot of that going on with the Eastern European fighters now, where they kind of, using like the Ukrainian dance moves and they getting on their toes and they get it. Unlike the Mexican fighters, they don't get it. They don't get it. They don't understand what they need to do. Mexicans, they don't make no adjustments. You know, them European fighters hiring Roy Jones, hiring Floyd Mayweather, going to get John David Jackson, going to get Buddy McGurf, you know what I'm saying? They get it. They going to get the secrets. Niggas will give you their secrets. That's one of the reasons they really pay attention to how other cultures move and how united they are. Allegedly, they sent Bruce Lee to the upper room because he was sharing their secrets. And then also, they didn't want him to train him because he was like, he wasn't even fully whatever the hell it was. He wasn't full-blooded. Same thing with Henry from the Goodfellas. The reason why Henry couldn't be a made man is because he was only half Italian, I believe it was. Think about how other cultures look at mulatto people, or how other cultures don't allow for them to share their secrets. And a lot of times, in this progressive world, them learning other traditions and implementing them in today's society, that's that new shit. That's new. That's new. Them, implementing hip hop, and all that type of stuff. That's new. So the Europeans are hiring these guys. They learning to fight with a rhythm. They learning not to. They like, okay, man, we can't always be upright no more. Upright ain't gonna cut it. So now all of a sudden you seeing guys forming footwork. They not okay. We are tough, but tough isn't gonna win a boxing match. Now they learning to use their feet to get their head off the line. Now they moving their head a little bit more. Mexicans, they just fight dumb. Canelo, one of the smart Mexicans. I'll give him that. Canelo is smart. The rest of them, no matter how much you tell them, Roy Jones told David Benavidez, why you don't use your jab? If you don't use a jab, it's a large percentage chance on the top level. If you fighting a good fight, a good fighter, you're gonna lose. You got to use that jab. If Mexicans use the jab and they start doing strength training, what I understand, all them motherfuckers do is lift weights and do push-ups and sit-ups. So that's their issue. The Europeans are starting to change the way that they think. They starting to go out there and outsource. And like I said, that's progressive. That's very progressive. So, for the most part, they're starting to get it. Mexicans, they don't get it. They're not going to get on the jab. No matter how iconic Canelo is, there's still a generation of Mexicans that look up to Canelo like Munguia, who refuse to use the jab, who refuse to, defend. And they say, well, they do it because that's what the Mexican fans like. They like an exciting fight. I'm not mad at you. But when you look at a brother like Munguia, who got all the athletic ability, if him and Amir Khan was brought up in a black gym, they would be pound for pound great fighters. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. Especially with the chin Munguia usually got other than his last fight. They would be pound for pound great fighters. And that's just the God honest truth. But Stanionis, if he beats Boots tonight, he's just going to outgrind Boots. It's not going to be Boots because Boots was drained. He's just going to be the tougher, more durable guy. That's it. He's going to be tougher and more durable than Boots. He's going to outdog Boots, and he's not going to outskill him. But like I said before, if you see Stanionis not using his jab, not closing that gap off like he's supposed to close that gap off, not attacking the body, him not attacking the body like he's supposed to, he gonna lose. If you see him trying to box, if you see him moving back at any point in this fight, unwillingly, he's going to lose. He's going to lose. He must come forward. He must close the gap. He must jab to get on the inside. He must attack Boots' body. He could be down 5 straight rounds, and he breaking Boots down to the body, breaking him down, slowing him down. He still can win the fight. But he could be up 4 or 5 rounds in the fight and be doing something great. He could be boxing or doing whatever he's doing, but it's not sustainable, and Boots just knock him out late. So it's imperative that, you know, I feel that he breaks Boots down. He has to break him down. He has to break him down. Jab, body work, you know, but it can be an exciting fight. Now, can he drag Boots into a phone booth fight? If he drag Boots into a phone booth fight, and it's a good possibility that might happen because um, Ennis is fighting at home. So when Ennis fighting at the crib, um, he may want to show his ass out. He might want to give his fans an exciting fight after after his last fight with Turkichin. So, you know, that might be the God honest truth. But this dude here, they already put the water in the pool and shit. It's crazy. But yeah, that might be the God honest truth. Um, so Stanionis can drag him into a dog fight. He might can get Boots, to be honest. You know, but is Boots really? That's a good question. Is Boots really that type of boxer? That's my question. Is Boots really the type of fighter? Is he really a boxer? Is he really a defensive fighter? Or does his defense look good versus subpar competition? Is Boots really a guy that hit and don't get hit? You know, that's the question. Does he know the art? Or is he just really an offensive juggernaut that like to throw punches? So I'm not sure. And I think eventually we will get the answer to that. How good defensively is he? Because when he got in there with a guy that can move, that can stick and move, and that showed him angles, he struggled. He struggled with dealing with angles. And most guys that are true boxer punchers, or true boxers, they don't struggle with other boxers like that. Not for an entire fight. They eventually figure something out. He never made an adjustment. So I really started to think Boots is just a banger. He's just an athletic banger, not a brawler, an athletic banger. You know, you look at Roy, it was unconventional, but he made boxing moves. He made boxing moves. With Boots, you know, I just think he's a really, really good offensive fighter. That he's in a Pacquiao era. You know, I think he's in a Pacquiao tier where, the defense is okay, but I think the power, I think he's more of an offensive guy to overwhelm you with his offense. So I feel like if Stanionis can drag him, if Stanionis can drag him into a war, which I think it's a good chance he can drag him into the war because that last fight he had with Kieran Turkichin, you know, is in the back of his mind. Also, he was complaining about the same day hydration thing, and that's supposed to make him a lot stronger too. So I think he's going to try to go out there next day on the South. Do I think he's a better offensive fighter than Stionis? Yeah, but the only question, my thing is, can he take a punch like Stanionis? Can he go through the pain like Stanionis? You know, is he an attrition fighter for real? See, he one of them dudes who was a great sparrer. He does great things in sparring, but we don't see the consistently great things he do in sparring. We don't see that in the fight. We see the flash versus Kieran Turkichin. You know, versus Avila. This is why I say I figured he'd be really good versus Stanionis. Avila just sat there and got punished. He couldn't do nothing else. Stanionis is in that same class. He ain't a great defensive fighter, but what he will do is he's tough, and Boots may hit him and he may not go nowhere. So if Boots hit him, he may not go nowhere, and he closed the gap on Boots, and he forced Boots, back to the ropes like Gary Anton Russell did in the amateurs. You're gonna see something. Boots can't handle pressure, and we know that from the amateurs. When you back Boots up, that chin goes straight up in the air. He backs straight up. He don't do well with pressure. Now if you a fighter that stand in front of him, and you just standing there and you can't unwillingly push him back, he'd be good. But if he fought a dude like Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., he'd be in a lot of trouble. Let me just put it to you that way. He fought a guy like Marcus Madonna, he'd be in trouble. That's the thing about it. So the guys that he tend to fight, there may be some trouble there for him. There may be some trouble in there if he fought a real pressure fighter. But Stanionis gonna have to show us. So he gonna have to show us. But the jab and the body working for Boots. You got a guy that sit right there. It's time to show your angles. It's time to show that uppercut. It's starting to show your jab. He's gonna be there to be had. Speed is gonna be a factor. How quick is it? How quick or how fast can Stanionis, get the time in the Boots is the $1 million question. How quick can he get the time in the Boots? So, honestly, if it's a war of attrition, and Stanionis can make it a war, it may be an instant classic. But I think it's gonna be stop. I think it's gonna be Boots. Showing angles, boxing him, standing on the outside, clipping Stanionis. I think he stop him. I'm gonna say 10, but the inactivity of Stanionis, it scares me. It scares me, his inactivity. So he a tough guy, but I just don't see the talent. It's a big talent gap here. And if he gonna make up that talent gap, either it's gonna be, well, Boots ain't as talented as I think he is, and Boots ain't tough. That's how Boots gonna lose this fight. Stanionis is not a big puncher. Let me say that. He's a strong fighter, but he's not a big puncher. He's not a twitchy guy. He's a tough fighter. That's it. So I don't see anything special about Stanionis. It's just like a regular white carton of milk. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no almond milk. It's just regular milk. There's nothing special about him. Ain't no whey protein in that milk. It ain't coconut milk. It's just milk. It's just milk. So, it's just milk. Umar be mad at you guys for swimming in that milk. He would. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. You ever heard them say, black kings forever, Brad never? You ain't never said that, has you? What the fuck was that? We ain't never heard that. Black king forever, Brad never. Umar got exposed this year. Stop. I'm from Detroit, a French city called Detroit. Well, Detroit is French. For you who didn't know. Hey, man, I was at the casino last night. There was some snow bunnies in that bitch. I was at the Hood Casino last night. Well, I ain't gonna say the Hood Casino, but man, I think the comedian Lunell was there. She did a show there last night. So I had no idea I was a moderator. Yeah, nigga, you like 50 years late. Motherfucking Rebel Life been a moderator since '96. He said Ennis wins by decision. Don't see him stopping. Put your money on it, Manny. Come on. What size shoe you wear? You put 150 up. I see you a pair of Jordans. I see a pair of Jordans I haven't worn, which is like half my collection. Kobe think his collection all sweet. I'm catching up to Kobe. Watch. I'm gonna get all fake Jordans. I'm gonna order 100 boxes of fake Jordans for $1,000. Shakun. Yeah, I ain't seen you in a minute, Rebel Life. Come on. What is this nigga looking at? What is he looking at? I don't even know what he's looking at. Let's just take a look at what he's looking at. What's wrong, boy? That nigga. Hey, Miles will not put on no weight. That's when I know he really get old, when he started to get fat. This nigga, I feed this nigga, what's that really good wet dog food? Not Pet Fresh, what's the other one? Nunu, Yu. I gotta go buy some more of that shit today or tomorrow. I gotta buy one, get one free. It's like wet dog food, but they said it's better than that. This lady gave me a free package last week when I went to buy dog food and shit. Hold on. Oh, they got a home base out here? Y'all niggas asked me to hit a baseball. I can't. That's one thing I can't do. I used to play tennis. I was at Topgolf the other night. I still can hit a golf ball. I'm gonna start professionally playing golf. They got home base and shit out here. I can't hit a baseball. I can throw that bitch though and catch it. I'm a hella fine fielder. Shortstop, might be too old to play outfield. I guess I can play outfield still. Them niggas lazy. I can throw that bitch though for sure. I can throw that hoe. I tell you that right now. I can't throw a football. Like I could throw it, but I ain't like no fuck. But a baseball, like I'll be pro in baseball if I can hit a baseball. My dad didn't have no fucking patience, so I stopped playing. But golf, yeah, I can hit a golf ball like a motherfucker. Who wins the fight, Manny or Rebel Life boxing? I don't know. Rebel Life been around this bitch. Stop. I'm not giving you a bad. Rebel Life been here longer. He said, "What's cracking? What's going on? Yo, daddy is crazy." Discord, bro. My neighbor asked Mac is a Gypsy King. He's always says the N word here, right? Is he allowed? Nah. What you saying the N word for? You could say Nigel. John, salute. This fight ain't no damn 50-50 fight. This is a 90-10 fight. This ain't no 50. Stanionis ain't shit. When I seen him get out by, if I never seen a Delorme fight, I might say it's a 70-30 fight. Stanionis don't have no talent. He is not a talented fighter. He's just a tough white boy. And he inactive. If Boots don't KO him, I don't want to hear nothing else. Or badly beat him up. Don't mention Boots on here no more. I don't want to hear shit about this nigga, man. He's overrated. If you don't stop him tonight. Probably 60-40. Man, it's 90-10 Boots. Y'all forgetting, Mark Nash, salute. Y'all forgetting, I see you went to the Norman fight. Tell Brian Norman Sr. I want that smoke. Call BLK Prime. I ain't no Greg Hackett. I'll knock his old ass out. Tell Brian Norman Sr. I'll knock that old ass nigga out. Tell him get the bread. I'm fighting in the honor of the great Greg Hackett. Tell Greg I got him. I'll take Brian Norman out. Tell Brian Norman what's up. Let's negotiate. Call BLK Prime. He talks shit, but he don't talk shit like me. I'll sell the hell out that fight. Tell Brian Norman Sr. what up. I'm trying to get that BLK Prime money. Come the week of the fight, I'm gonna pull out. Oh, you know what? I pulled the gluteus maximus. I'm pulling out. And the nigga CJ talked all that shit and pulled out the fight. Yup. Pulling out like a motherfucker. Pulling out like you fucking an ugly bitch. You fuck an ugly bitch, you gotta pull out with the condom on. And take that bitch with you. And I'm like, man, this nigga talked all that shit. Hell yeah. I'm talking all that shit to his ass. You ain't even show up fight week. I'll be there Friday. Shit. That old ass nigga like he hit hard. I ain't fighting that old ass nigga. I'll fight him in Philly. Because they gonna kill his ass before he get in the ring with me in Philly. And I still want my money. That nigga is not allowed in Philly. I might not be neither. Yeah, double tap screen like the video. He said Boots relies a lot on athleticism. He ain't the type of fighter to be defensive responsible to. Yeah, he don't have the patience. I agree with that. Like Shakur Stevenson got the best patience in boxing. He take his time. I give him that. He's a very patient fighter. And Boots look like a crackhead. I mean, yeah, he probably over Trey. What up, Big Boss 51? What car do you drive? A Pinto, 85 Pinto. I already know CJ hopes Edwin beats because he shine. I kind of like Keyshawn as a fighter. I don't like the kid. I don't like him coon ass. I don't like Keyshawn as a fighter though. I'm pulling for Keyshawn, and I don't like the person. The fighter, Keyshawn, a badass fighter. You might too be old to play. You ain't lying. Shit, oh, center field for sure. Like hell no. That right field, I could do it. I could do it for like. I feel like I could do it. Depending who we playing. I could play the infield for sure. All the fat niggas play first base. What? He said Keyshawn fight Edwin after 1 year. Well, they said Edwin had blood. Who else you want Keyshawn to fight? Where Lomachenko at? They giving Lomachenko all types of time with his back. If Lug doesn't stop, you. Yeah, Stanionis do got the rape face. That nigga ain't got no hair on his face. Why do old, and not only to my Stanionis per se, but why do old niggas think they look younger if they just shave all their hair off their face? And then you look like you a problem. I'm walking, nigga. That's what I'm doing. Walking my dog. McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's. I ain't ate McDonald's going on 3 years. Y'all eat that fake ass shit? Go ahead. Go into that upper room, eat McDonald's if you want to. When that dude did that experiment and left McDonald's in that vault and the bacteria did eat the McDonald's, I was good on McDonald's. Y'all go ahead and die. Only fast food I eat is Chick-fil-A, and every blue moon I eat Arby's because they chicken fingers and fries and apple turnovers be banging. But other than that, other than like chicken, like maybe I ain't had Popeyes in it, but I go to KFC for the coleslaw and the pot pie. But other than that, if I do indulge in fast food chicken, more than likely it's Popeyes. And that's, man, I probably had Popeyes last year, none. So it's just, it's just a treat. So yeah, I don't really eat fast, especially McDonald's, Burger King, nothing like that. Every now and again, if I start back eating red meat for a minute, I go to Five Guys. But other than that, that's once every blue moon, like once literally blue moon. Most of my diet is chicken, mostly turkey, chicken. KFC in the chat. Shout out to KFC. Shout out to KFC in the chat. Yeah, Chipotle, man, I got food poisoning last time I went there. I don't know what they did. The Chipotle did have bad reviews though, but their guacamole is great. KFC, Burger King, sir, you got to order from us. I'll tell you what, Burger King breakfast be low key be slapping though. Low key Burger King shit do slap. No croissants and shit. Oh, Wendy's too. Like yeah, Wendy's. I don't go to Wendy's a lot though, but Wendy breakfast I heard slap. They chicken nuggets be 8-1 too though. But really, I don't really do the fast food shit. I cook before I do fast food. For sure. For sure. But niggas be hating on Burger King. I know more people go to Burger King for the Impossible Whopper than anything. That's the crazy shit about it. I hear more people say I go to Burger King for the Impossible Whopper. I'm like, your big ass ain't even a vegan. Karate body salute. Wendy's in this chat is crazy. Who got the time to do this? Like, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. But yeah, Boots, I mean, I expect him to, and I guess people say when unification fights ain't easy. I guess that unification fights ain't easy. Really, this is a PBC fighter versus a PBC fighter, honestly. But Boots will match for him now, so. Ooh, damn, I just popped my collarbone. That shit felt good. But I expect Boots to win, and niggas be calling him pound for pound. That's what I expect to happen. And the question is, after he get done wiping the floor with Stanionis, is he gonna fight T.O. or Norman? But if I'm Norman team, I'm having Norman back in the ring in June. I'm having Norman back in the ring in June. God, nope. This nigga like to do a little thing where they kick dirt up with their paws and shit. And low key, I'm walking out here and I'm getting kind of fucking hot. I got a Nike Tech suit I got for Christmas. I ain't gonna lie. I think the Nike Tech suit is worth every fucking dollar. Come here. I'll say that. Since me getting a Nike Tech suit, it's definitely worth every dollar. I was very warm in that motherfucker. Come here. Very warm in it downtown. And you off that water and it was cold. The Nike Tech suit is definitely a good buy. Adidas got one too, but it's hard to find. But Adidas got a nice one too. Adidas low-key shitting on everybody, if we being real. Adidas clothes shitting on Nike clothes. All Nike do is copy off everybody. Them new the K Cunningham Nike GT colors they got, like the little teal color. Them was a straight knockoff of the AE1s. That's all Nike do is copy off everybody else. They stole the what's them people name that everybody had wearing? Crocs. And I got these old ass Batman Crocs on. But they stole Crocs design and start selling Croc designs. Like all Nike do is just bite off everybody. No originality. The whole Hollywood industry is kind of trash at this point because you gotta be on the backdooria side. You gotta be on the backdooria side. You gotta be on the backdooria side for real to get in. So that anytime you diversify, let me say this real quick before we finish talking about boxing. If y'all have any questions, I'll answer them. Anytime you talk about diversifying anything and hiring for diversity, the bad side is you don't get the most talent. You know what I'm saying? You're not hiring the most talented person. So that's just the God honest truth. So you're not getting the most talented person. That should be the job. In Hollywood, in the interior design or the design world, they should be looking to get the best people. You know? If y'all got a company, yeah, you would love to hire your own people, but you need to get the best people possible. That's the thing about it. You want to get an editor, you want to get the best editor. You know? You go buy a car, you want to get the best car. Whatever the best features that you want in your car, that's what you want in your car. That's what you want. So that's the thing about diversity. You need to get the people that have the capacity and the talent to do nothing. And right now in Hollywood is what you're seeing is that if you don't do things where they have leverage on you, they don't want you. So, even with the Matrix, why did they have to steal the Matrix from that black lady? Because they couldn't get no dirt on her. She probably wouldn't sleep with them. So they stole it from her. Even though she got handsomely paid for her work, she didn't get the credit that she deserved for her work. So that's what you're seeing in the problem with Hollywood. All these repetitive designs. I mean, every Nike shoe that they create is for a lot of them, it's just a version of a Kobe shoe, which I hate the Kobe shoes, to be honest with you. I hate them as hoop shoes and I hate the designs. Come on, Enrique. I feel that I like the LeBrons a hell of a lot more than the Kobe's. And in my opinion, it ain't close. Just my opinion. But nonetheless, y'all niggas go see Sinners. You won't go see Sinners, you ain't black. Joe Biden. You don't go see Sinners, you ain't black. This nigga got me walking like a slave around this bitch. Come on. Come on. Slavery. This must be move out day. I done seen 2 moving trucks. And this nigga hauling shit on the trailer. So a lot of people tend to move in. What is today? I guess it makes sense. Springtime. Move in, move out, taxes. I guess. But yeah, tonight, I don't know who all on the undercard, don't care. I might watch it from my room. But I'm going back downtown tonight. But but yeah, I expect Boots to easily outclass him. I really would like to see Norman versus Stanionis. That's what I'd like to see, but I get it. But I think the speed would be too much. The size is apparent. And if Boots have problems making weight, he really can't say nothing because he don't have the 10-pound rehydration clause. So he can't use that as an excuse. So we'll see. He do look skinny. And he is approaching that age where your body started to change. We're at 27, 28, 29, 30 years old. You start to see a lot of change amongst your body. You start to see a lot of change amongst your body. So, but I think the speed would be too much. Talent gap too much. But if Stanionis win, he made. Y'all gotta wait to see the purses video. That's gonna be the next video upload. They purses. But if he win, the Barrios fight is on the up and up. It's probably gonna be on Tank and Lamar. No, that's too soon. The Tank and Lamar rematch is set for June 21st. So we'll see. But other than that, Barrios gonna get smoked in that fight. Versus who? Stanionis? I can see it. I can see it. He just had a baby. Somebody said he had a baby with Omar Figueroa's sister. We tried to do our investigation. We couldn't tell if it was a different girl or another girl. But if it's two different girls, they both bad. Barrios got some hellified tasting bitches. No, thank you on Scientology. I've read enough. They ain't about to come kidnap me. Hell no. I'm good. I've seen enough on Scientology. If that's what you subscribe to, shout out to you. Not me. But low key, they starting to. I don't even want to talk about. I'm gonna just be quiet. This ain't YouTube friendly. What I would have to say. Man, that squirrel don't respect you. Oh yeah, he do. He gone. Get him. Oh man, it's a nice ass day. Come on, man, stall him out. You see. Hold on. Give me a minute. Hold on, I'm trying to get to the point. Hold on. What's your favorite donut? I don't even eat donuts. Because I eat one of them, it's rap. I gotta eat like 12 of them. There's certain things I stay away from. Donuts is one of them. But Krispy Kreme do be begging. I go to Vegas, I got a Krispy Kreme inside the Excalibur, man. And there don't be no line down there neither. Man, fuck that shit up. I got boots in the 2-fight parlay today. Maybe I'll do something. I tried to play some more roulette yesterday, man. ATM was out. I just took that as a sign. Somebody left some money in the machine. I put a couple more dollars in there. Shit. Hold on. I might actually play some roulette tonight. He said it's the turn into a whole fast food meetup. Shit, somebody sponsored the show then. He said Norman finna fight that Japanese guy. Yeah, he should go to Japan to get the bag. For sure. For sure. He should go to Japan and get the bag. They are worth it. Nike Techs last. Oh, I don't even take my shit. My Nike sweatsuits, all my sweatsuits. I don't even take them to. I don't take them to. I don't take them to the wash. I put them in my shit in the cleaners. I let Ling Ling handle that. Hmm. But you give Stanionis any kind. Yeah, he got a chance for sure. I think talent wise, it's a step up in competition for Boots. Uh, I think he better than Custio Clayton. I mean, Turkichan, I just ain't seen him fight enough to know. I would have liked to see them have Turkichan on the undercard versus maybe a Cinciello, the dude that Norman beat for the title. I would like to see that. Him versus a guy like that. Him versus Rocha. Um, where the hell Rashidi Ellis at? So, um, yeah, I like to see that. I think Eddie should have put Kieran Turkichan on the undercard. DVE salute. China banned U.S. movies because of the tariffs. Wonder how them box office numbers will be looking. Well, they always usually report the American box. I never look at well, I do look at the international movies. I don't really look at them that much, but it's a black movie, so I don't really think they're banking on China. Um, China's economy is already in trouble. This tariff is gonna hurt China more than y'all niggas know. Like, China and the United States is literally a reflection of each other. Literally, it's a reflection of each other. China women don't look. It's worse in China because a lot of the women in China are not sleeping with the men. It's more men in China than it is women. So, and a lot of the men are not dealing with the women in China. And a lot of the women can't get hired in China. They complaining about that. So China economy is not all that great. I wish this dude move away from this dog. He doing all this fucking sniffing. Come on, man. Jesus Christ. Come on. I'm tired of hearing that dog's mouth. But, yeah, China's economy is not doing well, bro. People can't afford to say this tariff is going to hurt China more than it hurt the United States. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all that right now. China men are not even cohabitating with the women no more. So now the women have to get jobs. They having a hard time getting jobs. This is what y'all don't know about China. And what people don't understand about the tariffs is a lot of these countries benefit from selling their goods here without having to invest into the country. And, you know, like if TikTok had, I can't say that, but let me say this. If, he wants them to create more jobs and have, businesses in America or have headquarters or factories in America. Not all of them, but guess how many more jobs that will create? But the problem with that is they would have to pay their people like American citizens. They couldn't shortchange them. That's the problem. They couldn't shortchange their citizens. Come on. They couldn't shortchange their citizens here. So for them, it may not make any sense. There was no incentive to do so. Now, Donald Trump is giving them incentives to do so. So now I'm gonna keep raising these tariffs on you niggas because all y'all make y'all money here, and we can't come to your countries and do that. Come on, we can't come to their countries and send shit and make all our money here and not invest into China and not invest in Canada. That free trade bullshit, that's bullshit. Tariffs are not enough. So Trump got two solutions. There's two solutions to the problem. Doing what he's doing now, okay? Doing what he's doing now and forcing them to invest into this country and create more jobs in this country, or, start to make everything in America. If you make everything in America that you possibly can make in America, and that's the process. That's a longer process. You create more jobs and we don't need you. So certain things it's going to take time to do. Like your electricity from Canada, it's going to take time to, if you got to keep paying them, it's going to take some other shit to do that. Certain steel, you can find another trade partner, or you can see if you find somewhere in America to make certain steel that you need. Or you find other more alternative metals or things to create things. Guess what? Knowing more imported cars. After it take time to do this. All domestic cars. All domestic cars. Come on. So, yeah, all domestic cars. So, so that's the thing about y'all don't understand. They must have to invest in here, and it's going to benefit you. There will be more jobs for you. There will be more jobs for your children, your grandchildren. So no more, stealing from America and not having to invest. That's really culture vulture. The tariffs are not enough. So guess what? And you see all these other companies that like to go to China and make their shoes, and in reality, that may be better for the China economics too. It's time to be paying people like that. Well, you understand, the tariffs is they not really losing money off the tariffs. Y'all do know that? That's what y'all don't understand. The profit margin that they set out is so wide, they still making a hell of profit. When they, like the average car, I think about 15 years ago, the average car only takes $7 grand to make. $7 to $8 grand it costs to make the average new car. They mark that car up to 30, 35, 40 grand. And in my estimation, even if you start talking about cars that's made out of better quality, a Cadillac or whatever like that, the parts are heavier, more durable, right? That's probably 12 grand, 13 grand it take to make. They marking that up to 50 to 100 grand, 60 grand, 60 to 100 grand. They marking it up to. So you kind of understand what I'm saying when I say the profit margin, how wide the profit margin is. Even with these tariffs, don't let them believe, we're going to go broke. The profit margin is set so wide, it's just hitting their pockets a little bit. It's just tapping them pockets. It's not killing them pockets like y'all think it's killing them pockets. That's what I be trying to explain to people. So that's the best way I can explain it to you. The average $30,000 to $35,000 car takes $7,000 to make. Look at the profit margin. That's in some cases that's 5 or almost 6 times the value of it. So that's why when you go to the dealership, remember you always seen that King of the Hill episode, and it's on YouTube. I forgot the name of it. But when he went to go buy a car and his wife found out that thought he was getting this special Hank price deal, but he was playing sticker value on the car. He played sticker value on the car. Come on, go. Oh, I thought you wasn't gonna bark today. I was about to be so proud of you. Come on. Well, yeah. So yeah, y'all gotta understand when I say y'all think this is a big deal because y'all just hearing numbers and don't understand the business behind it. So I had to give y'all an example to let y'all know how wide that margin really is. They're making a killing. So when they be talking about when they talking about, oh, we can't afford, we have to lay people off, but they giving themselves a raise. Once people wake up and stop wanting to be lied to, and people wake up, people is gonna disarm this government. I'm telling you, this government is a sham. It really is. You understand that's 6 times the value of the car in some cases. Like, it's unethical when you start talking about I buy a house or I buy a car, but I still have to pay insurance, registration, or in property taxes on my shit, and that's the version of the registration. It's the property tax of the car. And some people, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta pay all that fucking money. You never really own it. So why do you think a lot of people are moving to Thailand or moving to these other countries, being citizen, getting the citizenship, marrying and buying property? Because you actually truly own the property. You know? So just a little bit of econ. She said the Neo character was based on Ali. I kind of see that. Norman versus Barrios. That's a good fight. I like Norman in that fight, but I like Barrios. Barrios got a lot of talent. Barrios is on that other short list. Tough, good chin in my opinion. Gotta understand he came from 126, had a little bit of a growth spurt. He got good speed, good balance. He just don't have no defense. He need to use his jab more. Virgil Hunter get a bad rap. He be trying to resalvage fighters that's too deep in their habits to change. Berto, Amir Khan, Mario Barrios, I believe if he had these fighters when they was younger, I think he could have turned them into some of the best fighters in the world. Who the GOAT of the small men in boxing? I don't know. You got Mark Too Sharp. Shit, what's too small? Anything below white lightweight? I don't know. Anything below super featherweight, I guess. I'm not sure. One of my favorite Mark Too Sharp. Inoue gotta be making his way towards that. Manny Pacquiao has to be in that conversation if you don't think he's a clean fighter. Who was it? Johnny Tapia. There was some guys down there. What about, was Ray Boom Boom Mancini down in those weight classes? So, that's the interesting thing about it. How is number 1, number 7 fight? Well, they're number 1 and number 2 in the ring ratings. In the ring ratings, they number 1 and number 2. So that's why. Ever think about converting? Okay, I read that one. I'm talking about Ennis and Barrios. Oh yeah, Barrios getting killed. We all know that. He back. Oh, that's her for real.
Oh, that was cool. That was fine. Dude, that's fine. Russian Jack is fine.
Come on.
I had more medals on this.
Yeah, that was cool.
Come on. Good boy. Oh man. Whew. That was a 50-minute walk. Now I can leave for the rest of the day. Go live my life. I got heat on in this bitch. Hold on real quick, y'all. I need to heat up. Let me charge my phone because I need to charge it. Let me turn this heat off. Shit is despicable because it's hot as fuck in this bitch. Off. I gotta turn it back on when I leave for the night. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Oh, man. Oh. Let me see where we at with it. Let me get the rest of these questions. balance up here. Give me 1 minute. Here. Whatever. The balance. I can't keep the balance. There we go. It's gonna have to be crooked. Hold on. There we go. Bet. If Stionis had power, I would say he could win. Shout out to Nap Child. Free money on DraftKings sign. Alright, signed up there. Yeah, suits, sweatsuits for sure going. And the cleaners. I don't even wash regular. Shit I wear to work? That's what I wash. I bet against boots. Odds 100. Get you 550. I mean, you might be right. Maybe a draw might be a smart bet tonight. Oh, this nigga stank. He need a bath. I smell you. Ricky salute. T.O. slight. 2-1 underdog. Loma. Yeah, this nigga need a bath. Bro, he trolled. Yes, he knocked up Brendan's sister. Brandon Figueroa's sister. Yeah, she bad. She a strength and conditioning coach too. Niggas was ready to swim in that cinnamon toast crunch milk for her. Stanionis for the upset. UFC 314 tonight. Who fighting 314? Chinese men are running through. Hold on. Running through African women in Africa. China's colonizing. Yeah. They also providing them with a power grids and shit too. African women getting pregnant left. Yeah, African women are coons. I don't think a lot of y'all don't know that. The average African woman is a coon. Give me 1 second. Yeah, the average African woman is a coon. Y'all didn't see that interview that O'Shea Du Jackson did with the African lady? And she basically said that she preferred African men. Y'all didn't see that? I mean, white men. And her preferences for wanting white men, because she basically hated herself. And she wanted a mixed baby. That's why. She said that verbatim. I want a mixed baby. So it don't surprise me none, bro. I was watching a video that the brother Jaron did a couple weeks ago. And he was reacting to some people's experiences going overseas to Italy and how long story short, how racist they are when they see black people. And one lady, he said a brother got on the elevator, and an Italian lady pushed him off the elevator, and he snatched her hands down the elevator, and basically, they were saying that he wasn't one of them, the Africans. The Africans allow those white people to bully them around the world. So in Europe, they don't know the difference between African and Black Americans. So they're able to bully the Africans over there. They're able to bully them, and they take the punishment. Well, when they try to bully the Black Americans, they don't take that shit. So yeah, there's a difference. And that dude, speaking to that comment real quick, that dude that just said that about Chinese men colonizing African women, that one fighter that we talked about, the 140 guy that stopped Paw Paw. I forget his name, Andy Horoka. His other name is Andy Justice, who knocked out Paw Paw and knocked out the dude that Norman supposed to fight, Jin Saki. Y'all remember the Japanese guy he's supposed to fight? He's half Chinese. I think it's a Japanese. He has Japanese. My bad. He's half Japanese and Ghanaian. So same shit. All right. So yeah, true story. So yeah, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. So they going over there. I think the Arab man going over to South Africa and marrying them women. That's the thing. Me and Tom was I shared the video with him a couple of years ago. About that. That a lot of African, a lot of Middle Eastern men going over there finding wives. So, they put this jacket on American men going to find wives. You know, they put that jacket on us, but you know, in China and Japan, a lot of they women are very, very liberal and progressive. So that's not just nothing that's just going on. That's not just something that's going on in America. That's something that's going on in a lot of different places. And one of the reasons you can see where it's going on at, one of the places you can see is look at the birth rate. The birth rate would tell you that feminism in a country is not progressive or it's not good for the country. So, because people are not, it's like Bumble. Remember, it was rumors that Bumble was allowing women to shoot their shot first at guys, and then the app went to shit. You know, women are not meant to lead anything. In the Bible, they're not even meant to lead the church. You feel me? So when you, sorry, buddy. So when you start seeing stuff like that, you know they not. So a lot of guys are going to undeveloped countries where the women are, and it's all the same game, to be honest with you. When you start talking about women, and that's kind of one of my little crusades that I'm on. When people point and say, well, black women are like this. No, all women are. The end game is, to be honest, in a lot of ways, black women are better for you. And I know a lot of y'all are going to say, what you mean? In a lot of ways, black women are better for you. And I know y'all going to be like, man, what do you mean when you say that? It's exactly what I say. Black women are short-term type of people. When it comes to, hold on, man. I'm trying to spray this dog down. Here we go. So I'll get you a bath. We got bath showers here, but I don't feel like doing that today. Maybe next week. Here we go. Hold on 1 second, y'all. My bad. I'm trying to spray this dude down. All right, good. But yeah, what I was saying, I forgot what the fuck I was saying. It's about time for a bath, playboy. Move, good boy. But I forgot what I was saying, but move. But your comment, a lot of men are, they going to them, they going to them countries, and people say, well, black women, short-term thinkers. They're thinking just a bag, a car note. They're not thinking like Becky. Becky, you cannot make Becky orgasm, and she fine with that. But 20, 30 years down the line, you find out the kids ain't yours. You find out, the kid's not yours. You find out she never loved you. They play for assets, pensions, properties, houses. That's what it is. What do you think about Eddie saying Stanionis is getting paid more than Boots? I'm assuming that he's not getting paid more than Boots, I don't believe. That's not what I read. So Eddie be lying. This is a masterclass. Talk about how it'll be a great time to buy crypto. I'm not really into crypto, so I'm the wrong guy to do so. But anytime the market crashes, is a great time to buy. First time viewer, which y'all be on, chopping it up, bro. Shout out to Mark, Mr. Scarface 11. Boots get hit too much, and if Stanionis get Boots off his game, fighting style Boots was a little. I don't know, bro. Stanionis is tougher, in my opinion. Just knowing his history, Stanionis can never outpoint Boots. He's got to get the knockout. I think he could. I think he could outpoint Boots. I don't think he can outpoint him how we think he can outpoint him. I think he can make it a nasty fight, but he's going to get knocked out. Stanionis get knocked out. Stop all that damn moving. Had no other choice. I gotta move. I'm not even supposed to be doing this right now, bro. I'm supposed to be at the gym. Barrios uses his face to block shots. He said drop or hurt him a few times. He can outpoint him. I can see that happening. It's not gonna be like just outbox him. He just out tough him. Boots is big ass welterweight. They only say punching hard like that. I agree. So you will have to keep landing a lot to get Boots get win over Boots. Eddie ain't gonna let Boots lose on the card. He got me. Yeah, that's true. A lot of Eddie fighter be losing though. Yeah, pressure. MEC salute. Whose victory over Barrios is stronger? Keith's or Tank? Probably Tank. Well, Tank did drain him, but then he didn't make Keith wear. I go with Keith. Cause he made Keith wear tens, and Barrios was drained. You get money got nothing to do with Trump assistance. What you talking about? Right now, yeah, he didn't do nothing for us to get money yet. He ain't did shit for niggas to get money yet. It's too soon. Before, yeah, had a lot to do with it. Motherfuckers giving money left and right. Come join us for the Shark City Classic, June 7th, Norfolk. Are you talking about for hottest city in America? Are you talking about the Davis brothers? But yeah, that's all I pretty much had to say, man. I'm about to continue my day. But appreciate y'all. Peace.